Hello everyone. In our previous lecture, we have seen how you can find the z-score when you are given with the raw data. So if I just show you here that here this is how we calculated the z-score from the raw data. Now our next section is how you can calculate the t-score from the z-score. So for that purpose, you need a formula. So the formula is here, that is mean plus standard deviation steric z-score. Now what is the mean and standard deviation here? Here the mean and standard deviation are the constants, that is 50 and 10. So in while calculating the z-score, we are not having the constant mean and standard deviation, while in calculation of the t-score, we usually have the constant mean and standard deviation in order to make the comparisons. So here we have the mean is 50 and standard deviation is 10. So let's start finding the t-score for every individual for the assignments, quizzes and tests. I will tell you that how you can do this of how many students here. Here I have 10 students in just few seconds. With just a click, you need not to calculate the t-score for every individual. You just need to apply it on one cell and you can easily find it for the rest of the cell. So let's start with the student A. For the assignment A, what we have to do, we have to apply the formula, that is mean plus standard deviation into z-score. So where is the mean? Here is the mean, and then plus standard deviation. Here is the standard deviation, steric, and what is the z-score? The z-score is here. The z-score of student A in assignment 1 is 8, that we have already calculated in our previous lecture. So this is the formula that you need to apply. But this formula needs to be modified in a way that you can apply it to all the cells that are associated with it. So if I press enter, this is the t-score of student A in assignment 1. Now if I want to apply it for all these cells and I don't want to calculate for every cell, what I have to do, I have to change this formula in a way so that it can be easily applied to the rest. For that purpose, what I will do, I will make use of the dollar sign. If I write dollar sign here and dollar sign here, I am using two dollar sign. Why, I will tell you. So here also dollar sign and this is dollar sign. So why I have used dollar sign with these two values, that is with the mean and standard deviation, because mean and standard deviation will remain same across this whole table. So I have to dollar sign with both row as well as column so that it remain constant for in this entire table. Before this, we have seen that I just put dollar sign as y $8, not with y, that is the column. So I was using just one dollar sign, but here I have used two dollar sign because I have to copy this formula to this entire table, so that you need not to apply this formula for each and every cell. So we have just used this dollar sign with the ones, that is mean and standard deviation, because they will remain constant, while what will change is the z-score, that is this n9. It will change across all the cells, so I will not use the dollar sign with it. I'll just press enter, and this is what the t-score of this. And if I want this t-score to be copied for to all of the cell down the column, I just will drag this plus sign down, and these are the t-scores of all the students in assignment 1. If I click on each of them to verify that whether it is right or wrong, you can see that if I click on every cell, that what is changing, only the z-score is changing, while the rest of the values, that is the mean and standard deviation, is constant across all these values. Now I want to copy this to the rest of the cells as well. Let's see how I can do it. I will select this cell. If I drag the cursor to the corner of this cell, to the right bottom corner of this cell, and it will become the plus sign. Then I'll drag it to the rest of the cells as well. So it means that the formula is now applied on rest of the cells, as well as it has automatically updated the z-score for all of the assignments of student A. So if I click on them individually, I can see that their mean and standard deviation is constant, but what is changing? Only the z-score, that is multiplied. So this is how you can find for the rest of them. So it is automatically changing the corresponding values of the cells that are or of corresponding values of the z-score from these cells. So z-score of student A in assignment 4 is in the cell, which cell? This is Q9. Same here, if I click here on the assignment 4, and you can easily see here that the z-score of Q9 is being selected. So this is how you can easily find the t-score from the z-scores. Now I want to find for these cells as well. What I have to do, I have to just place them by selecting first them all. What I have to do, I have to select this whole row and need to drag it down like this. And now it has calculated the t-score of all these students, or you can say for every individual, for assignments, quizzes and tests. You need not to find for each and every individual. Now if you want to check it whether it is right or not, you can check it. For example, if I check a random value of quiz 1, this is the student C and this is the t-score of quiz 1. So it means what is the formula that is applied being here? C, these mean and standard deviation and $11. Now what is $11? That is the third student, the z-score of third student in quiz 1, and same is the here that we want. So it means that the formula that we have applied in the first cell is exactly right, or you can say correct, so that it can be easily applied to whole the rest of the cells as well. So it was just in seconds that we have calculated the t-score by just applying the $sign on both the row and column for mean and standard deviation that are constant, while keeping the z-score as it is. We are not using the $sign in the z-score so that it may change across the rows as well as down the column. So this is how you can calculate the t-score in Microsoft Excel. That's all from today's lecture. Thank you.